Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive on Monday. It is March 20th and we're going to be doing Mystery Garden Night here in a moment, you guys. I am excited to say I tackled a few more things on my to-do list in between the Scenic Garden class and now. I still have quite a few on that list, but I feel better than where I was coming out of the class, so yay to that. Whoop, whoop, you guys, we have Mystery Card Night. It's amazing to think that we are on our third one for the year already. It's hard to believe how fast that time goes, you guys. We blink and it's spring already, yay! So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, you guys, when you're on the video. I would greatly appreciate that. I see that I'm the 12th one is what it's showing for me, yay. All right, we have a whole bunch of people here with us already. So I'm going to see here Becky Rohr, Susan Bellamy, hi. Hi, Ellen Brover and Mary Lemke. Hi, Mary Hartman, and there's Jill Keelblock from St. Paul, Minnesota. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Lynn Beasley. There's Paula Rice, looking forward to Mystery Night, yay. Hi, Dawn Ablett. Oh, yeah, there's Laura Wood and Ethel King. Yay, you guys are loving the Mystery Car Night, yay. Oh, I saw something about a snowstorm there. Ethel, did you get any of the big snowstorms? Awesome. Hi, hi, Sarah Merchant. And who else do we have? Hi, Christina. Hi, Jean. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Hi, Barbara Rudolph. Hi, Vonda. Again, you guys, long time no see for some of you. We had our 1 o'clock class and it finished around 3:30. Oh, I was starving, you guys. By the time I forgot, because I didn't eat lunch before the class and I should have eaten something. When I got done with class, I was like, whew, I needed some food. Thank goodness. My mom sent leftover Reuben. So I had Reuben. I had corned beef and sauerkraut on rye bread for my snack, my lunch. It was really good. I ate half of it cold, and then I thought, you know what, heat it up, because it'll taste even better if it's heated up. So I heated it up. Hi, Linda Hall. Hi, Melanie Foy. Hi, Donna Grushki. Hi, Denise Paulo. Hi, Cindy Reed from Canada. Whoop, whoop. Oh, you just watched Rose's replay. Awesome, you guys. Those in Canada. Rose did a live today, and she showed off the By the Bay cards. She made up her own set and showed them off on her live today, which was so awesome. She's going to be doing the technique class tomorrow at 1:30, the aqua wash technique featuring the sweet citrus, and then I am doing the By the Bay class. And so if you're either in Canada or the US and you want either one of those classes, you can reach out to us and we can accommodate. Yay! Hi, Mary Ellen Ryan. Hi, Hildy. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Bonnie Kemen and Carla Lake. Hi, Darrell and Susan and Corinne and Marcia. Oh my. Hi, Sherry Martin and Janet. Oh, you guys are all rolling in. Look at that. We already have 57 people and we're only 3 minutes into it. I love it. Hi, Deb Norman. You guys, these double classes in one day is too much. I feel like a chicken with my head cut off. I honestly do. Hi, Judy Bobo. Hi, Kathy Groves. Hi, Mary Gunn. I haven't even replied to Mary Gunn's email from Thursday. Mary Gunn, I do have it on the radar to email you back about the Craft Roulette show. It is on my calendar. I did not forget until you emailed. I mean, it was on my paper calendar. And when I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I do have Craft Roulette on Friday. So just know I will be replying to your email. Again, chicken with the head cut off today. You guys, we had a big vendor event this weekend with 16 different vendors in conjunction with a used stamp sale. And it just is a lot to do stuff like that and keep everything in sync. And so I appreciate everybody's patience. Hi, Leslie Philippot. Your first time here from Manitoba, Canada. Yay. Does anybody else remember the romper room? That's what it's like when Chris says your name. I love it. Oh, hi, Cindy Rundry. Oh, man. Hi, Maria Stewart. Hi, Susan Risch. And there's Susan Murphy, too. Wow. Hi, Debbie Gass, again. Hi, Randy Schultz. Oh, the Reuben sandwiches are good, you guys. So we are trying to convince my mom. She's like, oh, the only time you can get corned beef is at St. Patrick's Day time. And I said, well, buy some and put it in the freezer. And then we can have some Reubens in 6 months. Hi, Jamie Shipman. Hi, Tammy Steckling. Twice in one day. You love it. I'm going crazy. Oh, I was saying to Susan warmly today, I wish I had 3 of me and they all were in the same wavelength. Like we could all be fluently not overdoing work and all know what the other one's doing and just managing 3 different things at the same time. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh. All right, so Janet gave her sister some supplies to try with us. I'm very excited. I hope your sister loves it, Janet. All right. Hi, Cindy Reed from Canada. Yay. Okay, so you guys, everybody's rocking and rolling in. I just said hi to, I think, almost everybody that I saw. It was going kind of fast, too. And then some of you say more things, so I try to remember who I've said hi to. So I hope I don't miss anybody. But just so you know, we do have some newbies out there today. Yay for our mystery card night. Yay. I was looking over the printout, which I did make sure I did last week. The printout was done. I did it Thursday night after class, you guys. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes, but you never know how that goes. It's printed out now, so it is what it is. This is your night to have some fun. I always strongly encourage you guys to use the supplies that you already have and own. Hi, Marcia Coolibert. I don't expect anybody to go out and buy anything special or new for this class unless you really, really, really want to. My goal is for you guys to use what you already have in your Stampin' arsenal or supply area, wherever you have all your craft stash. Just use what you have. We always buy things that we think we're going to use and then maybe we don't use them. And so I want this to always be your excuse to use something that you've never used before, but maybe you've had for a while or not. She does have the magnifying glass. I think Chris is too young to know the romper room. So I think I might be not knowing what the romper room is. That might be. I might not want to age myself with being young, but I feel like I've heard the term the romper room, but I don't know what it specifically refers to. Oh, remember when you had your day job a year ago? Oh my gosh. So I was talking to Linda Hodge today. And she asked me how my day's going. I'm like, I feel like a chicken with my head cut off today. She's like, how did you ever do this with a full-time job? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I Judy Sharp and my crazy schedule. All I know is that I think I'm busier now in the Stampin' world than I was a year ago, right? So that I have something to attribute. Hi, Candy from Duluth, Minnesota. Your first time, yay! Woo, woo. But I don't know. I think there's a lot more paper that I feel like I'm cutting than I ever have cut before, which is good. You guys, I hope I never give you the impression that I'm not liking what I'm doing, because I love what I do. I just have a lot of it to do, so it gives me more to love. Oh, yeah. So yes, you guys, this is your night to use what you have. But I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I talk a little bit in Stampin' Up! Lingo. Like, I might say designer series paper, but it's pattern paper. It's like pretty pattern paper. So we try to always incorporate that in a card. And my clue number 1 is your measurements of what you should have ready. I do have been known to make mistakes on things, and so that's why we go through it as a group beforehand, so that you can always fix it right away, or maybe you just let it go and go with it. I asked my mom about the romper room. I will. I always thought Miss Julie's magic mirror was so cool. Hi, Luann Johnson. So I am 43, you guys. I just hit 43 2 months ago. So I am probably at that age that I could be a child of yours, probably, like that daughter that you have, maybe. I do have a lot of in-person customers that I have, that they have daughters or sons that are about the same age as me. And so we can relate in that sense. So, yeah. Hi. Who is this? You guys, my eyes are getting fat. I hit that 40 mark and my eyes sometimes don't see properly. Hi, Kim Wright from Oregon. I have to look at things just right. And the last time I was at the eye doctor, they said, well, you can get a different pair of glasses that will help with that. And you know what? I haven't been back since. So that takes time to do. Instead, I go like this and I squint instead. So it was a children's program, and Miss Julie would come on and look through the magic mirror and call out names. You always hope she would say your name. Oh, you guys. So isn't it awesome when I say hi to you? It feels like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, Cindy's daughter's 44. See, there you go. The romper room was from 1953 to 94. I love it, you guys. That's awesome. Okay, so remember, use what you have. There's no right or wrong way to make a card. If you have questions, don't hesitate to write in the comments what you have for a question. I tried to watch the comments like a hawk. You guys, I watch them here and I watch them down here. And some come in faster than the others, and sometimes they're off my screen before I might see them, but just know I have an amazing community. If you're new to this community of stampers, I have an amazing community and they help answer questions too. So if I might miss something, somebody else is watching and will definitely answer. And it was based in Wausau. It was back in the 60s, 70s, maybe a little later. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to have to look it up on YouTube and see what this is all about, you guys. I love it. I honestly, yeah, 60s, 70s was a little bit before my time. I was born January 1st of 1980, you guys. I was a New Year's baby, the first of the decade, not of like all around me. I was the second one in my community hospital, so I did not get the savings bond. But anyways, she would say, I see, and then say the names. I love it. Okay. Well, I see your guys' names and then I can say them. So what else do we want to say here? Just a reminder that this is a free class, you guys. If we get a spammer in here that's trying to fish and bait, use your discernment and do not click on any of it. You should not have to pay for anything in my website or in my Facebook unless you're asking to take a class with me that requires me to send you card kits. All of my YouTube lives are free. I never charge for them. And so I love it when people watch along and ask questions and learn and get inspiration. But know that the only time that you're ever gonna have to send me money is if I'm physically gonna be sending you product or kits in the mail, right? So if somebody comes on here, and it happened with our showcase, that people were popping on there saying, oh, we have space left in our vendor event. Would anybody like to still get in? And then we're like, I hope nobody reached out to them, because like I was the only one that was really taking money for the event, and you would have to have had to contact me. So again, with this, you guys, sometimes we get some stupid trolls and spammers that come in here and they want stuff, and don't oblige them. Just block and ban them, okay? Okay. I scheduled the post at 6:55. Yes, we will be done with this class by 6:55. I am pretty sure. If not, maybe soon thereafter. Hi, Wanda. So at 6:55, I scheduled the post in the event so that hopefully right as we're wrapping up, I can show you guys where to post your cards. It's in the Facebook event. So you guys, I haven't quite figured out how I would keep everything in YouTube, and we are still pretty heavily active in Facebook, in the Cards by Christine Facebook page. And so I have events. Every event I do is always out there, as well as my website. So I'm going to teach you guys how to go there to share your card, because one of the things that's so awesome about this class is everybody starts out with the same measurements, and everybody's cards look generally the same, but they look different because of the different designer paper or stamps you would use. So hi, Sherry Everett. So yeah, so that's a little bit about game night. Game night is coming up in a couple weeks, and you guys, I do have the game night cards all done except for the embellishments. I will share them with you at the end, and I will share with you a card that I probably shouldn't share with you because I think it will give a lot away, but just in this one time, I think I will do it. And you'll understand why later. Maybe some of you guys figured it out from the Scenic Garden class, and maybe you didn't. But all right, let's get rolling, you guys. Are you ready for clue number 1? This is your cue, you guys. You need to give me a thumbs up. You need to comment, yup. I need to know that you're ready to move on. You might not always be done with making the clue, finishing the clue, but you're pretty close to it. So I am about maybe 5 or 10 seconds ahead of you. I'm watching along with you. And so I want to get going on clue 1. Everybody has clue 1. So Angela Knutson. Angela, thank you for the little mystery gift that you left me. She left me a little kitchen timer, which I still have over on the counter, and a notepad to help me to remember to take my laundry out of the washer, because that is a thing in this house. Tyler and I both forget to leave our laundry in the wash. So, all right, you guys are ready to rock and roll. Let's flip down. You guys, we have clue number 1. I did print this off and realize that I may have told you a blunder here. Hi, Susan Wormley. I'm thinking, you guys, that this wasn't supposed to be 2. It should have been 1. And normally, if you're new to me and doing this event, I try to put in parentheses the number of pieces, and then I list each of the pieces. So if there are 2 pieces, they're always separated by this slash, the double slash. And you guys may have figured it out that I only had 1 piece listed here, and maybe I meant to put 1 piece and not 2 pieces. Regardless, if you have 2 pieces, it's okay. You won't necessarily need the other one. But what we're going to say here is that this piece is 2 inches, and then this piece is 5 3/8 tall. At this moment, it really doesn't matter. Hi, Millie Kindle. If, you know, at the moment, it's just a white piece of paper. But no, it is going to be a vertical white piece of here. All right, so that's 1 piece. Then your coordinating cardstock. I've got 2 pieces. So let's look at what we have. We have an 8.5 by 5.5. So this is 8.5. And it's by 5.5. At the moment, it could go this way or this way, but it is vertical card. So let's put it like this. It says score and fold at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay, so what does it mean to score it? Hi, Elaine Reback. I've got score lines in my paper already. At 2 1/8, 4 1/4. So it says score and fold at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4 on the 8.5 inch side. Hi, Kathy Jackson from Iola, Wisconsin. So that's 1 piece. Now, the second piece, you could have made it the same color. You could have really made it a different color, but I called it the same color. So coordinating cardstock 1. And for you guys, I'm using scraps here, right? So I really don't, at the moment, want to give away too much about the card. So I'm just pulling out scrap paper, copy paper. So this one is also 8.5 that way. And it's 1 3/8. 1 3/8 tall. Okay, so you got 1 3/8, and then you're going to score and fold at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4 on the 8.5 inch side. All right, so that is the other piece of our coordinating cardstock 1. Thanks for sharing, everybody. I appreciate it. Now you have another piece of cardstock. So this is a little clue for people that are newer to Mystery Card Night with me. The question comes up, well, how do you know what to pick? And so this was Carissa's piece of advice from many years ago. She said she starts with picking her coordinating pattern paper and a stamp set first. Once she has her pattern paper, then she'll pull in any coordinating cardstock that she wants to use. So just a little hint there. So coordinating pattern paper, you guys, I chose this for my pattern paper. Again, I'm just using copy paper. I accidentally printed my Around the Bend card here, and I didn't mean to. So it is exactly like Fresh Freesia Hildy. It does. It is lilac copy paper, actually, from off the internet. All right, so you have pattern. We're gonna come back to this one, but pattern paper here. It's 2 pieces. I have it covered up. I'm like, why can't I see it, you guys? And I'm like, oh, it's covered up. Okay, that feels better. 2 by 5 3/8. So again, I have 2 pieces listed here. So we're gonna go with 2 of these, and they're 2 inches wide. So if I can't remember, kudos to somebody who asked me what orientation the designer paper or pattern paper goes. And I added it after I originally had sent it. But it's 5 3/8 tall by 2 inches wide. And the same one for this. It's 2 wide by 5 3/8 tall. Okay, so you've got those 2 pieces. All right, then we've got 2 more pieces that I did not talk about yet. They are a coordinating cardstock 2 and white vanilla or coordinating cardstock 1. So why I put this different, so this could be like pink or purple or green. It could be a different color, or honestly, it could be the same color. You guys, at the end, this is just to give you an idea of how to make a card, okay? So it's, it really, the colors are interchangeable. You can change things a little bit. This is just to give you a guidance to help you make a pretty card, right? So this coordinating cardstock, it could be the same color, It could be a different color. It's whatever you're wanting. And you might see after we start working on the card how it goes together. But the size I have on this one is 3¼ by 4½. And now what happened is the card that I originally cased, to get this idea, they used a gray granite here. And they used Cajun craze for this. So the gray granite on the Cajun craze was really cool. But you might have picked a dark cardstock. I couldn't have put like coordinating cardstock 3 because then you might have picked a dark color. So what I told you guys on here is white or vanilla or a coordinating cardstock 1, or it could have been, it depends on how light it is, right? And in all honesty, this could have been even cardstock 3. Ultimately, you're either going to stamp on this piece or you're going to cover this piece with all the scraps that you might use to decorate your card. But the size more or less is 3 by 4¼ vanilla or white or a lighter cardstock color. It's ultimately where your focal image and decoration is going to go on. Okay, I hope that helps. And then I always have on here scraps of paper in white, vanilla, coordinating cardstocks, and or pattern paper. So let's just say I've got a whole bunch of scraps here, and you could put on them what you may, or stamp on them what you may. And usually, you guys, I get you to the point where your card is assembled, ready to go, and then you have to figure out what you want to put on it. So the only main thing is this: if you had, there's two kind of extra things potentially. If you have another piece of designer or pattern paper that is 2 by 5 3/8, like let's say I'm going to set it off to the side, but I made a third, and you can't see it now because it's off to the side. I made a third one of these just in case, because I want to show you could potentially decorate with one more panel of pattern paper. All right, so then you're also going to need any coordinating inks, markers, colored pencils, sentiments, images, ribbon or thread, embellishment, scissors, adhesives of choice. So we've really gone through the beginning part of this. Let me know if you guys are ready. This is an extra pattern paper in case you guys want it. I'll show you where I would put it on the card. I'll keep it off to the side for now though. Are we ready to go, you guys? You think you got your pieces all situated? Because if you do, we're going to make a little room here and we will mosey on over to clue number 2. Okay, so this is those that are new to me. 100 watching, holy Moses, Deb, that's awesome. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Yes, please do. You guys, we are going to work on clue number 2, and then we're going to keep rolling through our clues until I get you to a point where you might have some homework. Okay, all right, so let's go to clue number 2. All right, burnish the edges of the folds on the 8½ by 5½ coordinating cardstock 1 with a bone folder. All right, so let's grab that piece of paper. Now you're probably wondering, how is this gonna fold, right? Okay, that's why I'm gonna do this with you. So you're gonna fold on the 4¼ line. It basically folds it in half. And what you're gonna do is take your bone folder and burnish it. Now, what do you do with this one? You're probably wondering, do you go backwards with it or do you go in with it, right? So you are, in essence, gonna actually fold it right back this way, okay? So that extra 2 1/8 that was there, you're going to take it and you're gonna fold it backwards, just like that, okay? And take your bone folder and burnish it. Okay, so here's what we've got next. That wasn't so bad. I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with that. It should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now the bottom half of this, it says adhere the 2-inch strips of pattern paper. PP is pattern paper on the left flap and the right side of the inside of the card. Okay, so we have 2-inch strips of designer paper. You guys, this is my designer paper or pattern paper. It says adhere the 2-inch strips, right? They're 2 inches of pattern paper. And one is on the left flap and one is on the right flap here, the right inside, okay? So this is where I'm gonna put it out there if you want to cut yourself another piece of pattern paper that if like, let's say you have a little more left, you could in essence put another one here, right? So that when this is shut and somebody opens it, you've got a pattern paper, and pattern paper. If you haven't guessed it yet, there's a white one that goes right here, okay? Okay, so, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just worry about our pattern paper. And again, if you didn't cut yourself another one and you don't want to, you can leave this panel whatever cardstock color you want it to be. I mean, I shouldn't say whatever you want it to be, whatever your card base is. So we're going to, I use a little liquid glue, and we're going to put my designer paper right on top of my colored cardstock, just like that. And then we're going to put this one right like that. And this is going to go on the right inside of the card. So the right inside. So you want to make sure your top, your bottom, and your right are all about the same purplish color. So you got that much purple on those three sides. Okay, so technically that's what this step or clue 2 was. Getting it folded, right? Oh, look at that, I put the right two pieces. That's funny. Okay, so it looks complete, but if you want to cut yourself another piece of designer paper and put that on the inside, then you could put that right here. There is room. It's 2 5 3/8. Now again, if you don't want to do that, or you don't want to cut more paper, it's okay. You just leave it. I mean, no, when they open it up, it's okay if it's going to be cardstock or if it's going to be pattern paper. It's a great use of pattern paper. So sometimes your pattern paper is 6 inches, so you get 3 like columns out of that piece of 6 by 6 paper. Okay, so this is what we got so far, you guys. Are you good with that? That is clue number 2. It's basically folding and then adhering your designer series paper. Okay. I see so many thumbs ups, you guys. Look at that. Ready, set, go. I'm thinking that is to start clue number 2. All right. So are you guys ready? Are you ready for clue number 3 now is my question. Let's see what clue number 3 is. Let's see what order I went in. Oh, good job. Okay, so we're going to meander over to number 3, you guys. Person turquoise waving. I love it. So Paula Rice just has a person waving that's turquoise. In my verbiage up here, it says person turquoise waving. All right, so let's flip down, you guys. And we're going to go to clue number 3. So we're going to stamp sentiments and focal images in coordinating inks on the, now we have our white, vanilla. So it could be white or vanilla, you guys. White is cool tones, vanilla is more warm tones. So you have this inside mat here, and so you want to stamp on it or put any focal images on it. So let's get a little sentiment on here. You guys rock in the romper room, all right? Good job. And we'll put a heart and we'll put a sun as our focal images in here. So pretend I stamped something and use my coordinating ink. So you guys rock in the romper room. That's what our sentiment is here. So stamp a sentiment and focal images in coordinating inks on this mat, and now adhere it to the left side of the pattern paper on the inside of the card. Okay, so to the left side of the pattern paper on the inside is where this is going to go. Now, just be aware, we have an arm. This is going to go here. It's not going to cover it up per se, but it is going to hinder seeing it. It's not going to get glued over the top in this area. You're going to be able to see it from peeking over the ledge, okay? So, does the third piece of DSP can be same or different? It's up to you, Sarah Merchant. It can be anything you want it to be. If you have something else that coordinates very nicely with it, that complements it, it can be different. But if you have the exact same pattern and it could flow nicely, then use the same pattern. It's really your discretion, Sarah, up to you. Whatever you want to do. You can see here mine, when I stamped them, they got out of order, right? So if I had a pattern and you would want it to be continuous, you would maybe put all these two and then this one over here. But if you don't have a pattern, like when that's shut, then it looks fine, right? But your call, you guys. And you really don't even need to put pattern paper here, right? It's optional, completely optional. All right. So now that is what I've got for you guys for clue number 3. So basically this is your sentiment piece or your piece of white on the inside. Now, you could also get another piece of white, like let's pretend this is 5 1/4 by 4. If you wanted more space to write on your card, you could take another piece of white and mat it and put it on the back, okay? But for now, you guys, we're just going to put our little white vanilla piece here, and it's gonna go right on the inside here, and I'm gonna leave it. It has a little gap in the middle. It's okay. If you don't, so this is the first time you're making this card. You might be like, oh, I think of ways I can improve this for the next one. That's great. Go for it and make another one. Like on this one, you could have considered putting a full white mat underneath and then putting the pattern paper over the top, and then you wouldn't have the seam here in the middle. It would just be a designer paper, and then it will go flowing right to the white paper. So, all right, so we've got that so far. I see Susan Ray Hendricks is ready for clue number 4, but is anybody else ready for clue number 4? Okay, so just a reminder, if I am working a little bit faster than what you are, don't fret. This video is going to be in my YouTube channel for as long as YouTube is around. You can catch it at any time. You can always fast forward and replay it however you want to. Hi, Roxanne Reniker. You can fast forward it and replay it and catch whatever part of it when you need to. So just don't ever feel overwhelmed or like you're missing or you're like missing out or you're not fast enough, you guys. This is not about speed, right? A lot of people come to class and they feel like they're not fast enough. Well, you know what? Everybody works at different speeds, you guys. So just know that, okay? All right, it looks like I got some thumbs ups. I think I already did this, but I'll do it again. Are you ready for number 4, you guys? I think you are. All right, so let's flip this down. All right, now we get to play with the arm. You could do the white vanilla for the 3rd extra piece and add an image to it. You betcha. You guys, when I give you a layout like this, it's really anything you want of it, right? It's like the sky's the limit. If you want to make that a white piece and decorate it, you sure can, absolutely. Judy Bobo hit the nail on the head. You guys, this is your card. Make it however you want to. Okay, so now we have this piece. So burnish the score lines of the 1 3/8 coordinating cardstock with a bone folder. Now I want to see here. I think I cut mine differently. I did, because the card that I show you in a moment or two, I actually made my strip here 1 1/2 and I matted it with designer series paper. So just to keep this real and accurate, I put it for 1 1/2. We are going to do it actually at 1 3/8, like the instructions say. So I'm going to cut off that 1/8 of an inch, just so it's accurate. Deb Norman says we hit 122. Wowzers. Okay, so again, 1 3/8. So it says here, burnish the score lines of this piece with a bone folder. Now, which way do you want to do it, right? So technically, all my numbers are upside down. You want the 4 1/4 section on the left, okay? So you're gonna have the 4 1/4 here. So take your bone folder, burnish it, and then this guy right here comes back. Okay, I'll show it to you, so don't, one moment. So this is how you want this to be folding. You have your 4 1/4 section. You have your score line. It bends in like that, like a mountain. And then this one is a valley. So we have our mountain. Hi, Kathleen Anderson. And then we have a valley. That's how you want this little arm to go. All right, let's see how we're gonna glue this down. It says, with the 4 1/4 inch section on the left, which it is, adhere only the left half to the 2 inch section of the card front flap along the bottom edge. Okay, did that sound foreign to you? I could have, because it sounds foreign to me. So with this on the left, adhere only the left half to the 2 inch section of the card flap along the bottom edge. So we're gonna be adhering this to here. How do we wanna do that? So what I'm gonna do, because we don't wanna go over the lines, I'm gonna guesstimate I need about that much glue. All right, so you got glue right here, and you're gonna glue this down. Now, I'm gonna look at the sides here, make sure I'm flush on the bottom, flush on the left. And so I've just glued it right like, okay? Just like that. Okay, that's the first step, is gluing only half of this section to the 2 inch front flap. Then adhere the 2 inch section here of, this is an arm to me, you guys, I call these like an arm, over the 2 inch piece of DSP on the right inside. So now this section here, I can't repeat this, you guys, so just pay attention. Once I glue it, it's glued. So it's the 2 inch section of the arm, and it goes over the 2 inch piece of designer paper here. Okay, so make sure that you're flush, bottom and the right. So we're making a fun fold, if you guys didn't figure that out. All right, so you glued this front piece here and this right piece over the designer paper here. Hi, Dolores from Wisconsin. Late to the party, but better late than never. Okay, that's what I've got for clue number 4. You guys, if you're new to me, you're like, why is she using all this copy paper making this ugly card? Because I don't like to persuade you one way or another when I'm trying to help you work off my clues. I used to not do this in the way beginning, and it was too hard for you guys and people in general to work off of this. So this is my little cues to help you, to show you how to do it. All right, so this is why I said, you guys, you'll still be able to see here if you stamped something. And then this too, if you did use 2 pieces of white paper instead of designer paper, you could have written and designed and decorated that. You could have left this off too. But so this, you guys, this is what we got so far. Looking good, right? Looking good, yes. I answered myself. All right. So I see Deb Norman's got this done. How is everybody else doing with clue number 4? You guys getting it to look like this, or you got it in your head that you're gonna do it something like this? So the other thing that I thought of this after I sent out all the measurements, knowing that this arm gets glued in front of these 2 pieces of DSP, you could cut this designer, so I keep saying designer paper, pattern paper. You could cut this pattern paper at like 4 inches, because yeah, okay, the card that I'm going to show you tonight, I actually cut it at 1.5. And when you cut it at 1.5, then this pattern paper could be 4, and you could save this section here, okay? So little things that you guys might be able to tweak and work around to improvise measurements. But all right, I'm seeing that you guys are good, and we're gonna move on. Let me see here. We got clue number 5. All right, you guys, let's see what number 5 is. All right, so we're kind of like done with him for a moment. Now, this is where it comes to be your card, right? I mean, it was always your card, but this is where you get to make it more your card. I kind of like helped you guide it to this point. Now you guys get to decorate the front. So well, you have 2 pieces left. And it depends. This could be cardstock, a light cardstock. It could be white, it could be vanilla. And you've got choices to make here. So let me just read to you the clue, and then you can figure out where you go from here. So stamp a focal image on the 3x4 1/4 wide piece of white vanilla or colored cardstock 1. If it's lighter, you guys, it just depends. If this is too dark, you're definitely gonna want to use scraps and stamp stuff on your scraps and then decorate the front. Decide how you would like to add a sentiment. Do you want to add a strip or a die cut? Do you want to stamp directly on here? Where could you add ribbon? You know, I love to add ribbon to absolutely everything, every card, except for game night cards, you guys. No ribbon on any of those. But where would ribbon look really nice? So ultimately, let me just see what number 6 is. Okay, so 5 and 6 kind of work together, and we're going to talk through them because you probably might be like, bleh. You probably might be thinking, well, I don't know what I want to do. Well, you're going to get time to think about it, right? So I'm not going to wait for you guys to tell me you're ready for clue number 6. I'm going to just move to clue number 6 and share with you so that you can kind of envision what's going to happen with this card. So you're going to now adhere this piece, whatever this is to you, to the mat, which is the 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So if you needed to put ribbon down, you should have put it behind this mat and not behind this mat. Because what happens is this layer needs to adhere to the front left flap of the card front and the bottom arm. So this is going to adhere here. Now here's the other thing. You guys might not like it this big. Maybe you could get by with a 1/2 inch less on 2 of these sides, and maybe you want a 1/2 inch less here so that you have a little smaller of a mat. That's okay. I give you permission to change this up however you want to. Ultimately, this is going to get glued only here and a little bit here. It's going to hang over here because when you open this up, it's going to open like this. So that's where, I mean, it would look cool to have designer or pattern paper back here, but it's not necessary because, you know, it kind of gets hidden back there. And again, if you feel like you think that this is too big for your focal image and you want to cut a little off, let's say you want to make it 4 by 3, and then you want this to be 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and you make yours a little bit smaller so that you see more of your designer paper around the edges, go for it, you guys. That's completely up to you. I just wanted you guys to primarily get the base, all about the base, no trouble. I just primarily wanted you guys to get a base and get it figured out that you need to. So let's pretend I've decorated. You got scraps over here, right? Let's do this, you guys. This is the easy man's way of doing a heart. If I only had a heart. All right, I've got my focal image right here. A little bit big, but I got a big heart. So let's say you got your heart on here and you got a sentiment strip, and that can go in the middle. Okay, I'm making myself a card. So I got a little sentiment going through the middle. Okay, and then we've got a little heart right in the middle. I mean, it could be that simple, you guys. We got a little, see, I liked having a little bit smaller of a mat. Now this is where it's super important. You only want to put glue over there and right there, because when you put that down, you don't want the glue to be, oops. Okay, let's get that glued. Hang on. We want that to be sticking. Okay. It wasn't dry, guys. All right. So you do not want to have the glue right here because it will want to glue to that. So this is my fabulous 2nd grade project arts and crafts card for you guys. All right. So does that all make sense, you guys? We're making an awesome fun fold. I don't know if I've ever done a fun fold like this. But you guys are getting one in an upcoming class. If you watched the Scenic Garden class today, I tried not to be obvious about it, but I think I'm going to be obvious about it momentarily so you guys can see my version of this mystery card to get you excited for game night, because it's a game night layout. I worked on Friday. I used this exact layout. I did make it slightly different to make it for game night, but that's okay. I used this layout for my inspiration. All right, so you guys, are you ready to see the next clue? Number 7 is always my favorite. It's not always number 7, but the content of this clue is always my favorite. Embellish and Stella to your heart's content. Embellish with bling, and Stella is a girl's best friend. It is a glitter pen, you guys. We love to just Stella everything. So my Stella pen has rubbing alcohol in her, and so she'll dry clear here in a moment, but that's just rubbing alcohol in there to rehydrate her. Roxanne says a little bit shorter works, especially well if you dry emboss those pieces. Yes, exactly. So that's what's just it, you guys. These are your cards now. I'm just giving you a way to start them. I'm giving you the basis for, it's like a double Z fold. Yay, Christina. Yes, I would definitely say it's a double Z fold. You definitely have 2 Z's in here. So embellish. So let's put a little bit of bling on our card, right? However we wanted to put some bling all over. So I use marker for my bling. I just loved the fold. Yes, Sharon Land saw my card. So now after you guys, I know you're not probably finished because you need to take a little time and figure out how you're going to decorate your card, your front, embellish, ribbon, all that kind of stuff. You guys, I didn't throw ribbon on here, but definitely want to do ribbon. But we're actually a little bit early before I can share with you the sharing here, because once you have your card made, and all you have to do is take your phone, snap a picture, like just go to your camera. You're going to take a picture of it however you want to, like that. Let's get to my camera. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, hi, you guys can see me. All right, we are going to reverse. So you're going to take a picture of your card. So just get into your camera and take a picture. So we got it ready. And what you're going to do is, and then we're going to go in here in like maybe a few minutes because we've got time. I scheduled it for 6:55. You're going to take a photo of your creation and you're going to comment in the Facebook event. And for every 20 cards that are shared, I think is what, or 20 people that share a card, we go ahead and we give a prize. And you have until Wednesday night, the 22nd, to share your card. So you have basically 2 more days. And then on the night of the 23rd, when we do this class, we're going to do By the Bay. You guys, I still have kits left for this class in case anybody's interested. We're going to be doing this class live on Thursday night via YouTube Live, 6 p.m. Central. At the end of this class, we're going to draw for this class as well as drawing for the so Mary Lemke's little recipe card here from the Share, Create, Inspire class. We did this class last week, Wednesday morning, and Mary made this card, which is perfect. And she made a second card for me. And I am excited because I cased this layout for game night as well. And so I'm going to share that card with you right now as in addition to the other 2 cards. So we're going to draw for the winner of that one. So you guys have until Wednesday night for both sharing your Share, Create, Inspire card and also your mystery card night. All right, so we'll come back to this in a moment, but I wanted to share with you because some of you haven't seen these yet. I have the game night ready, which is April 6th for online. It's called Game Night. The same cards are going to be done for Lucky Hand, which is the night before on the 5th. Denise says she can't wait to embellish it. Yay. Okay. That's awesome. And so 4 fun folds for the game night as well. I had to case the Seagull class again, or the Seagull card. It's just so pretty when you have the panoramic. So this opens up like that. And it also has a little bit of designer paper on the inside with some trees. And then I did the back with some stars and moons. Stars and a moon. And so this is one. So people were asking, I know Deb Norman in particular, about sentiments. So you guys, I did stamp a sentiment on here. You could stamp whatever you wanted, but you will get the die cut of the runner. You'll get the die cut of the clouds and the track for him to be on. And you get the designer paper in your kits, and the embossing is done for you. So you pretty much can copy this card pretty much identical, except for figuring out what you want for a sentiment. So that's one card. This is the Share, Create, Inspire card, just tweaked a little bit. All right, Debbie, you're gonna have to catch the replay, no problem. I added some matte, so in addition to the base being mint, and then I made the blacks, the matte, so you'll get your die cut hill and your hiker, and on the inside, then I've got the trees, and wishing you joy in the next adventure. So another fun fold, isn't that cool? So again, another game night card. So it features the Greatest Journey bundle. And none of them are embellished, you guys. I still gotta do embellishments. I haven't pulled them all out to do that yet. And then we've got another fun fold. This says good luck. And then on the inside, it says wishing you joy in this next adventure. And it's so cool. I used the negative of this one to be down here so that the biker is going down the hill kind of, you know, like a switchback. This, again, the designer paper is what makes this so awesome. So you guys will get the designer paper in your kit along with a goodie bag of the embellishments and one more thing that I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do, but it might be a surprise until I finally talk about it. But you stamp your little moon on there. So if you don't have a moon, figuring out you could take a 3/4 inch circle punch and take the negative and then use white ink and make your own moon. All right, so that one is the third card. And again, your biker and your hill and your cloud, the two hills will be cut out for you. So it'll be pretty close. And now this one, you guys, is the mystery card layout for tonight, improvised to be what I wanted it to be for this class. And it's our double Z fold. All right, and it's my Tyler inspired card too. It's just, he's like, did you make the tent that color for me? I'm like, yes. So Tyler loves green. All right, so here's our double Z fold card. And I had mentioned that I have here, you belong among the stars. And then I've got a little grass that's coming out the bottom over here. Same grass that's growing from behind the tent. So I mentioned I made my arm here 1.5 inches high, and I added the designer series paper. They are actually trees, right? But when you put it this way, it looks like grass. So I've got the grass growing along the bottom. You'll get your die cut moon and your tent. And this is one of those new shapes, the stitched rectangles that are part of the online exclusives. And you're gonna blend blue and green ink on here to make your sky and your grass. And again, then that just gets adhered on the back of this. Well, it should be on the front actually. I asked Tyler, I said, should I stamp some fireflies in here? And I thought about doing that from the Lighting the Way. And they're big though, like they're as big as the moon. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what I should do. So I got to get some embellishments. I was going to put some extra embellishments on here to make them look like stars. So there you go. This is my favorite one, I think. We've got the 4 cards for game night that are going to be all featuring the Greatest Journey bundle. All right. Let's see here. Roxanne. So cool. I made a similar but used a bridge card style instead of the Z fold. I'll definitely try this. Awesome. All right. So Sherry Stewart is interested in game night. Yay. Okay. So now that is good to know, Sherry. I will, my to-do list, I will add you to the sign up so that we get you in there. Okay. All right. Reach out to me then. We did have, we figured out about game night. The cost is for game night. Oh, here they are. Here are my names. So Sherry Stewart. Game night is $37 for porch pickup. And if you want it, nope, I said it wrong. $35 for porch pickup, and it's $42 for mailed. I had the mailing one right, and the porch pickup was less. So it's basically priced the same as ink, paper, scissors, except for adding $5 extra for the prizes that we do. So in case you guys missed that, it's $42 mailed, $35 for porch pickup. All right, Sherry, I have you on the list. Yay. Okay, let's go back now. I bought myself a little time. Thanks, Sherry, for selling me that. I appreciate it. Let's go back to this now because we are 30 seconds away from it being where it needs to be. So this graphic is what you're looking for. And what you're going to do If you're not in Facebook, I'm so sorry. I think you can get to my business Facebook page without having an account. I think you could try it and let me know. So you go to Facebook and you go to my page is what I'm trying to go to. Hang on, I'm really slow. All right, so I'm gonna go here. Cards by Christine. That's my Facebook page. When you go to About, for me, when I go to About, you ultimately want to go to my events. And my events are way at the bottom here underneath my groups. There is, under upcoming events, I want to click See All events. And then in here, it says March Mystery Card Night is happening now. So it's in upcoming. And then once it passes, it goes into past. And then what you have to do is you have to click on discussion. And look, it's here. I'm so excited. It says, we hope you had a great time solving the mystery with us tonight. Show off your beautiful creations here and be inspired by everyone's cards. Cards commented on this thread by Wednesday, March 22nd at 11 p.m. Central will be entered to win prizes. And so nobody has done it yet. But this is where if you had taken the picture of your card, you click on the camera. And then you can click on the card. And then you hit the little blue arrow. And it will upload it into the comments section. So that's how you do that. All right. So once you have it in there, just start to pay attention. As people put cards in there, you can take a moment and go look at everybody else's cards too to get ideas how they might have switched up or what pattern paper they might have used. So, oh, Laura Johnson is also interested in game night. And Lynn Beasley. Wow. Okay. All right. Hang on. My phone just flipped over. Let's fix that. So, and Tammy Steckling. Awesome. Okay, I got Tammy and Laura Johnson and Lynn Beasley. Awesome. Okay. I think I got everybody now. All right. I'm happy with how the game night cards turned out, you guys. Really, I worked on them on Friday afternoon, right until I had to leave to go. Literally, you guys, it was 4:45 and we needed to leave to go to my parents at 5. And I worked on them till 4:45. And I went downstairs, I straightened my hair with the curling iron, I put on a little makeup, I changed my clothes, and hi, Linda Hunt, I'll put you on as well. And it was about 5:15 when we left. So it took me a little bit longer than 15 minutes to get all duded up, but I was pretty close. And we got to my mom's, it was 5:35. And so we were only a little bit later than what we wanted, but we weren't late at all. And then the show happened. Like, we set up for the show at 9, and then we were back there at 6:30 for the show, and then that went until 4. Oh, yeah. So the cards, 3 of them got designed on Friday, and then that last one with the pink and orange, that one got done this morning. So, yeah. All right. So do you guys have any questions? Oh, Sharon Lan already posted her card. I love it. Let's see here. I'm so excited. We're going to go back to Facebook here and see if I'm going to swipe down and refresh it. Oh, yeah. Look at that, you guys. 2 cards already. We have Patricia Sherrill. Yay. A giraffe card. And then Sharon Land used the favored flowers. Awesome. So there you guys go. In case you're wondering what it needs to look like, you can get some ideas from these 2 gals already. So very cool. So we got our first 2 in. All right. Oh, thanks, Susan Ray Hendricks. I am a little tired. I thought about that. And then we're out of coffee. We only have this raspberry almond coffee and it tastes like garbage. And so we didn't make any coffee today. And I'm like, oh, probably need to make some coffee at some point. But not now, you guys. It's 7 o'clock here and it's too late to have coffee. The rule is no coffee after 3 or 4 p.m. Otherwise, up all night. So I have emails. I had promised a bunch of people that I would try to get back to my emails. So I'm going to work on emails until Tyler gets here. And then cutting more paper. So I think my mom will be here at 9 tomorrow morning, and Sharon Peralez is going to be here to help me kit up tomorrow as well. So we've got a busy day of kitting up 3 different classes. So always a mile a minute, you guys, in a good way. Oh, Hildy wants game night too. Awesome. Well, if anybody else is watching at this point, you should always email me or text me. If you're watching the replay, any comments that you make, I don't generally necessarily see them. which is okay, I think. What items do you need? Do items need to be Stampin' Up! Items? Candy, are you talking for this class? Or are you talking, Candy, be more specific. Do items need to be Stampin' Up! Items for what? To do game night, or to do the mystery card night, or to do what in particular? Get some sleep, right? Yes. Have a great evening and a good sleep. Yes, Sherilyn, I definitely will. Candy, I guess in general, whenever you're making cards at home, you can use whatever you want. I love when you use Stampin' Up! Stuff, but you might not have Stampin' Up! Stuff, and you might have like whatever you want to you can use whatever you want to complete the cards. You're gonna need to provide your own stamps, your own inks, and your own adhesives. When you get kits from me, I include the paper, either embossed or die cut. And this class, use whatever you want, girlfriend. Anything. Use it up, use it up. Something that you have been wanting to use and you haven't been inspired to use yet. Hopefully, maybe this inspires you to use it. So yeah, you guys you can use whatever you want. So I don't set rules like that for making this. And I know when you share the card, it might not be Stampin' Up! Product, and I'm okay with that, you guys. I think we all know that Stampin' Up! Isn't the only company out there that sells Stampin' Up! Supply or stamping supplies, and you might have other brands. And this mystery night is not about, I mean, I love to promote Stampin' Up!, don't get me wrong, but I'm more excited that you use something that you purchased a long time ago and you haven't had an opportunity to use it. So, all right, good. Yeah, no problem, Candy. All right, you guys. I'm going to try to cross off a few more things on my list. We kept this right down to an hour, which is amazing. I love doing that. We'll see you guys. Oh, Mary Gunn, I'll see you on Friday. I will see you guys on Thursday night for By the Bay. You will see Rose tomorrow at 1:30, and I will be sharing in her YouTube channel. I'll see you there. I'll be in watching and be able to answer any questions potentially as well. It was a really, the aqua wash technique, you guys, I had never done it before, but it was a lot of fun. It was super cool. I really enjoyed making your little cards for in your book. And I believe I have one class left for sure of the March technique class. And then you guys, so we'll see you Tuesday with Rose, Thursday with By the Bay, and then Friday with Mary Gunn and Craft Roulette. So stamp it on the fly. So Mary Gunn, I was going to see once if my brother wanted to be a guest with me. My brother's going to be in town. I don't know if he'll be here right at 6:30 though. So if you cared if he had joined us or not, I know you wanted Tyler to join one time, but my brother is very entertaining. All right. So maybe you'd want my brother, but I don't know if he'll be here by 6:30. So we'll see how it goes. All right, you guys. Well, I'm so happy you enjoyed Mystery Card Making Night. It was a lot of fun for me. All right, you guys. Well, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you guys until we see you again. Love you long time. I'm going to count to 10 like I normally do because the last time it cut out at 9. Just so you know then, you don't miss anything. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hi. 7. Who is that? Oh, it's Tammy. Okay, we're just finishing. 9, 10.